Hey, how's it going? Mr. Bill here today, and today I'm recording another Collab Alliance video, so this would be my second video in the Collab Alliance, and basically, if you watch the video from yesterday, what that basically entails is kind of explaining where we're going with the series. So we decided that having the restriction factors and having the time limits was a little bit too limiting and a little bit too, like we weren't getting enough done, and the track was just turning into bullshit basically, and everyone's comments were just like, oh, you didn't follow the fucking restrictions and the track sounds like fucking shit and you're all stupid and fuck you dickhead, like, just basic YouTube stuff. So basically we're like, okay, what we're going to do is a tidy up round. So now we have no time limits, no restrictions, and we're just going to go through pretty much the same order, I guess, of what we just went through in terms of like the participants. But I think we're also going to take into consideration that some people just don't have time on certain days and all that bullshit. And also, we're not going to do one a week. We're going to try and do one a day. So for the next week, we're just going to do videos pretty much fucking every day, and try and get this track into some sort of position where it's sounding good. Otherwise, we're just never going to get it finished. So this is what I was sent by Julian, who was the last person to go. And it's a fucking mess. There's samples missing, and when I open it, I'm getting this weird, this thing, Max is just telling me that fucking everything is wrong. So when I looked at this, because I've opened this already, this isn't the first time I've looked at this. I opened it about an hour ago, and I was just like, all right, I can't work with this. So I basically just rendered all the stems and turned it into what you'll see now. So this is like, 70 channels of just crap I don't know what to do with. So I turned it into 7 channels. This is what we're going to do. We're going to work with all of those layers. I just condensed them down into 7 channels. And this is what's happening now. This is how we're going to make it better. So actually, before we create any channels, let's just have a quick listen. So John's intro, I really like it. Oh, it's also worth mentioning that I fixed the gain structure. When I got this, the master was turned down by 6 dB. So I just turned it up to 0 and then put a slight limiter on it and all this stuff. And then I've kind of fixed the gain structure a little bit with these samples. Like this sample was at 0 dB, and this was also at 0, but then you can't really see the audio at all. So just for visual purposes, I turned it up and turned the channel down and stuff like that. You could even go to 24 here and then turn it down by 24 over here, just for visual purposes really, so you can actually like see the sample properly and stuff. But I'm going to go back to 18 because I feel like that was better. And yeah, let's listen now and see what we got. This shit goes for 8 minutes. Cool. Okay, so I don't think the solo should come in straight away. For starters, I think the solo is fucking super indulgent. It goes for like a minute and a half, or 40 seconds, close enough. Well, actually, no, it's like half. But anyway, yeah, it's really indulgent, and I don't think it should come in straight away. So I'm going to deal with that. But I think first we want to deal with the intro. So I think the drums are way too loud in comparison to the synths that John did, or the strings. I really want his synths to be like super fucking heavy there, because they're so sick. And then and I want the drums to have more like low end punch, because I feel like in the end, when I got this back, none of the drums that I put there originally were there. Actually, in fact, pretty much nothing I put originally was there. And it seems like all the drums were just KJ's drums from this point. Like it doesn't seem like we have any electronic drums at all. So I'm going to go put some in, because we need to have some really nicely produced drums to layer up with his drums. And his drums can be sort of like a live layer, and then whatever I put on top of that can be, whatever. Can be more functional in terms of like production, So first things first, let's create a sidechain input again. I don't know who removed the sidechain input. I'm not going to lie, I haven't really been following the series as much as I should be, probably. But you need a sidechain input, guys. Can't not have one. So let's go here and just edit a sample real quick. We want to basically get that right on the transient, and then put a fade, and then turn this right up so it's a huge click. I don't really want to play it. It's probably going to be loud. Yeah, let's just consolidate this and then listen to it one time. Ugh, fuck that. Okay, so that's going to be our sidechain input. That's going to be black, and that channel is also going to be black, just so we're... Damn, this project's sort of fucking glitching out on me a little bit. So yeah, we're going to make that black, and that's going to be our sidechain input, and we're going to use that to basically get KJ's drums out of the way when the electronic drums hit. So I have a bunch of kick drums that I made recently, so let's see where they are. Mr. Bill Kicks, I think, is the folder. Yeah, oh, what? No. Sample pack? No. Shit, where did I put my kick drums? I definitely know where I can find them in my Dropbox. They're in here. Product packages, digital drums. So all these... Oh, here we go. Nice. So all these sample packs that you see here are not currently available. I'm still working on them, but they will be available soon. So these are all kicks that I made with that Kick 2 plugin that I was using in the last Collab Alliance video I did. I'm just going to all caps rage this entire session probably. So let's just call this kick, and then... It's way too loud. Okay, so it's kind of... Sounds a bit weird because KJ's kick comes in slightly after my kick. So it creates a flam. It goes like... You can hear it. Hear that little flam? The flam jalam. So what we're going to do is put this clip on repitch because we don't want to actually mess with the tonality of it too much. But we want to have that hit at the same time at least. And it's basically just the kicks that I want to hit at the right time. So I'm just going to duplicate these kicks sort of on the ones because they're like the big epic bam like hits that we want whilst John's stuff is doing its thing underneath. And then we just want to make sure all of these kicks on the ones are sort of where they need to be to facilitate not creating that flam and to also facilitate that tone that we want from the actual kit. So let's just zoom in, make sure all these are good. I wish my computer was not running so bad. Hold on, let me try something. So I bet if I load all these clips into RAM, it might fix that problem. Let's see. Bam, look at that, super smooth. Alright, so RAM for the win. At least for now. I might have to remember to unload all those from RAM before I send them back to... I don't know who's going next, maybe Slink. I assume he probably has as much RAM as I do, so... Okay, cool. So we're just concentrating on the intro. Let's just take this one piece at a time. That's what she said. And then, yeah, we'll move on from there. So let's go to get our Live 8 compressor. If we go to our audio effect track, here we go. So we're going to take the input on this compressor from the sidechain input. And every time this this kick hits, we want the drums to duck. Like that. Sounds super cool. Alright, so now we're going to get Pro Q2, put it before the compressor. Actually, let's take this compressor out of the fucking rack. Why is it even in? I don't know. It doesn't need to be in there. It's just another rack there. Okay, and then for this section, maybe not the entire track, but definitely for this section, we're going to cut the lows out of this. So that's just basically its hi-hat and tone. And then the kick, that's giving us all the punch. So that fucking 12K right there, it's just sizzling my head off. That kss, it's really sizzling my head off. So I'm just going to cut that a little bit. Let's cut some of those mids out to at about 1K. Sounds a little bit like it's in a room, like a bit boxy. Sounds good to me. And then a trick that I've been doing lately is if you want to have those high frequencies still in there at some, like you want to add those highs back in, a good way to do it is with a vocoder, because you're artificially adding in noise, and that's basically what high frequencies sound like to us anyway. They just sound like fucking noise. So, you know, you can hear that when I turn that dry wet up, it's starting to add that sizzle back in a bit. Obviously, you just want a tiny bit of that though. And then you can use this formant control too to kind of make it more or less sizzly. And then you can also, like this shit that you can draw here, it's basically a filter. So if I just cut all this, then I'm kind of just letting the high frequencies through. But I usually do a ramp because I'm a little anal. I'm a little anal. Okay, so the kick doesn't need to be that loud. Let's see how it's hitting the compressor. Sounds pretty cool. Alright, so what do we do here with John's stuff? So with John's stuff, I really want to multi-band compress that. So here, what we'll do is just slam the highs and then turn them up. And the lows too, probably. Sounds a little bit more aggressive. And then we're going to put this compressor back on there too. So that's just ducking out while the kick hits too. Starting to sound kind of cool. So how else can we make this heavy, you know? What we could probably do is automate this frequency here to kind of come down when the toms hit, because you want those toms to be sort of big. And I'm missing the low end a little bit on those. So I'm just going to do a little bit of automation stuff here. Just where the toms are, basically. Actually, for this, I might not do any automation. What I might do is just cut the drums there, because so the drums are going to have this inherent sort of noise from the microphones and the room and the resonance of all the things. And what can sound cool sometimes is if you have a really noisy break like that, and then you just have it cut at points. It like gives kind of a nice dynamic, like this. Like if we listen to it without the anything else, you'll see what I mean. You can hear that. So what if we cut it a little earlier, actually, just for super sick effects? That's all right. Yeah, it sounds cool. I like it. Okay, so this we need the... I'm just going to drop that into a new lane, and then every time we need those lows... Oh, shit. Every time we need those lows back, just do something like this. Boom, boom. Some Phil Collins rolls there, KJ. Nice. Boom, boom. Feel like I need to be David Copperfielding out right now or something. If you don't know David Copperfield, you're missing out. Yeah, let's put another one of these little ghost kicks in there. Every time I think of the word ghost kick, I think of that Kiwi ad where he's like, you know I can't eat your ghost chips. we probably want that one to extend a bit. So if we want to make this dumb tight, like dumb tight, just go in there with the repitch mode again and just start pulling all this crap onto the things. Sounds pretty good, but if we put it on beats and then use this cutty mode, man, my computer is really pissing me off right now. It's not fast enough. Be faster, you fuck. Maybe it's because the clip is in RAM. Let's turn that. No, it's not that. What's going on with my settings? Here we are. Hardware setup. Yeah, we're at 512 and 44.1 and shit. I don't know what the problem is. So we're probably going to put another ghost kick there too. Ghost chips. Probably put a sidechain input thing there too so it ducks a bit. What the fuck? Alright, here we go. So this is flamming a bit as well. A little bit of flam. So let's go fix that. You know, I think we need 2 ghost kicks here. So this to me is starting to sound nice. I wonder where John got the influence to do this. This is super fucking cool, man. I have an idea. Let's convert all this harmony to another thing. So basically turning this into MIDI, and it usually doesn't work very well, but we can try. Let's see what we got here. It's actually surprisingly good. There's a few fucked up notes in there, but let's here, let's try something here. Let's put a where is my plugin? There we go. So let's turn this onto ARP mode and try and create some cool ARPs. Alright, let's see. Arpeggiator. You know what? What I might do is Melodyne this and then export the MIDI with Melodyne, because I think it probably will sound a little... It'll probably just capture shit a little better. So, you know what? I might go into my task manager real quick and just make sure that Chrome is shut. Alright, that should hopefully help the CPU problem. Okay, so it's computing that, and it's saying, okay, this is what we got. Cool. So let's save as MIDI. Let's just put it... Where did I save the project? It's in my downloads folder, wherever that is. I guess that would be this PC downloads here. We're going to call this poop MIDI. Save. Okay. So let's go and get... where is it? Downloads, Collab Alliance. There it is. Poop MIDI. Import stuff. No, don't ever do that. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my zebra again, and I'm gonna put that on the channel, and we're gonna fuck around with the arpeggiator a little bit. Well, that's cool. What is duophonic? I don't think I've ever used that. Alright, let's initialize. Close enough, I guess. So let's go arpeggiator. Okay, so now we're going to apply things to these art mods here. So what I might do is put, like, say, XMF filter. And then let's go and apply that to art mod. So we turn the amount that the art mod is affecting the cutoff. And then if we just go and sort of set all these to random values, you'll see or you actually won't see anything. But basically what's happening is the cutoff is just snapping to these values now. Sounding pretty cool. What if we attach this to the art mod but then set a negative value? It's kind of interesting. Okay, so what even fucking timing? I guess it's like 16th. No, that's probably way too fast. Dude, I just got a fucking cool idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to just insert a bunch of silence here, and this is where we're going to have the drop, right? So let's say drop. So this whole build up that John made just sort of gave me the MIDI that I have now, and this is what I'm going to use for the drop bass line, actually. Sounds weird, but you'll see what I mean. So let's go and just compress the balls out of the lows. Probably want to compress the highs too. And we probably want to put a limiter on it. And then I might want to put one more multi-band dynamics on this just so I can boost the lows more. What if we go octave lower? It's an interesting sound. So I don't, is there a halftime bit that KJ did? Yeah, it's perfect. Halftime right there. So what I'm going to do is try and make some form of heavy type of drop. So I think we just need to warp these drums to begin with. Because, yeah, it just sounds a little bit weird going from what John did to what Slink did. It doesn't really sound coherent to me, I guess is the right word. Like, it doesn't sound like it's the same tune. And it doesn't mean that it can't go in the same tune. It just means that it can't, like, just putting it straight after one another just seems a little bit sloppy in terms of songwriting to me. So let's go ahead and try and make a drop that does make sense after John's drop. So yeah, there's no time limits like I was saying before, but I think I'm going to try and keep this shit to about an hour anyway. Mostly for my own purposes of not fucking everyone on the tune, because I know that Slink had a bit of a, he said, like, to me, don't spend too long on it because he doesn't want me to just like hijack it and turn it into a Mr. Bill tune, I guess, which is understandable. It's a collab, so I want to respect everybody else's opinions and ears as much as possible rather than just make it a Mr. Bill tune. So right. Well, actually, let's just get rid of the MIDI for now and just concentrate on the beat. So this would be a ghost chip. Ghost chip. Can't eat your ghost chips. Cool, so we got the kicks. Now we need the snares. So let's make these purple as well, just so they have some sort of grouping together, I guess. So what do I have in the way of snares? Let's see. Mr. Bill samples. Oh, I have this scope snare, which is cool. But what would suit this? This one that Clock Vice made is really nice. So just a bunch of samples that I'll be releasing soon. Some snares that I made. Some other snares that I made. Let's see. What I know that here, where's this? Yeah, with Austin, I definitely have some snares in here. Austin is a fucking beast, man, at making drums. He makes really nice sounding drums. So let's say we use this snare. What's that going to sound like? It's pretty fucking heavy, that's for sure. So here, this is something that I kind of actually learnt from Austin as well. I'm going to put the frequency shifter on the snare rather than pitching the snare down. And I'm basically using the fine knob on the frequency shifter to pitch the snare anyway. Fuck off, truck. And that just kind of makes it sound a little bit lower in pitch. Or fatter and warmer, as the 432 hertzes would say. Put something lower in pitch and it's just immediately just feels nicer. It's just warmer and fatter. Don't know why. So that's sounding nice, but I think the high frequencies are sizzling my head off again. Probably want more of that punchiness too. And we don't really need any of this. That should be good. Cool, another thing that we're going to want to do is put this compressor on this bass, and then we're going to want this bass to sound like it's in place with what John's done here. I don't know about these edits actually. There's something there that I think could be cool, but not that. So this needs to be maybe not an odded eighth note, and that has to be maybe like a just regular eighth. And maybe it's pretty brutal sound. It's super fucking loud. So maybe let's do some processing on it. So, okay, let's put a Pro Q here and just cut the lows, and then maybe we'll have a dedicated sub channel. It's really Bill Blessy, I feel like. Actually, let's use the Isotope LA2 compressor here to just slam it. What if we go slower? Sounds kind of cool. There's no bass in it now though, so we would obviously want to duplicate this channel, remove all the processing from one of them, and then have one just be a sub pretty much. And that would likely be this one. So we'll just we could just do it with an FM oscillator. I like to usually FM by self, because then you can envelope it too. Getting a little bit sorry there. We don't want it to be very sorry. We want it to be the opposite of that, because we already have a really harmonically strong sound in the other chain. So let's go low shelf or high cut. There we go. So let's try Isotope Trash on this, maybe. That could be cool. If we put that after the compressor here and just slam it. And try and make it like really, really harmonically rich. Sometimes I just like to flick through the presets on it just to see sort of what's possible. So I feel like this should be an octave lower, actually. Maybe it's just not loud enough is the only thing. So what if we like compress the sub a bit as well? Just turn the look ahead times up a bit. Yeah, I think if we work with this, we can get something cool. It's just going to take a little bit of processing and stuff. So let's just work on, you know, getting this initial build of John's really nice, and then getting the bass sitting nice. We can probably what is it called? Widen. We can probably widen the top of this bass a bit, like that. I try not to do this too much because it creates some phasing problems. But what if here's one thing that we can do is actually, we should probably widen it in the synth, honestly. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, so if we turn that up, we're proving to ourselves by turning the width up to 200% that it's a completely mono sound. So let's shut some of these down so we're not looking at so much stuff. So we want to create some width here. So let's add a reverb to this patch. All right, there we go. So that's going to do something. Let's make it really short. That's nice. Nice, nice. So what if we start rendering stuff out from here? Take the input from 9 instrument rack. Let's just render out the top bass first. And I'm going to render out the whole pass rather than just the start of it. Cool, cool. Sounding good. So let's see. So some of these hits are just so crunchy. We could maybe fix those a little bit. Like that. So fucking crunchy. What happens if we take the whole thing and just pitch it all up? It sounds cool, but there's just some of these higher things sizzling my head off again. Yeah, what if we actually just take the start of that, like, let's see. That sounds weird. What about this? So yeah, I think that's our only option really, just having it at the irregular pitch maybe. So what do? We EQ'd it, okay. It's a good start. So this EQ was applied to the higher pitched one, so it's kind of irrelevant now, isn't it? Yeah, let's just reset an EQ and then do some different EQing to this one. So we definitely don't need the lows. Probably don't need that. I do like the mids, but I don't like this stuff. Let's get rid of that. Okay, and I think we're going to have to cut the brakes up if we want it to sound somewhat dynamic as well. As for sub, what do I have just in the way of... Yeah, these Moog subsamples that I recorded from my Moog mother, which I can't be bothered plugging in right now, sound pretty good. So actually, what if we just take this Moog subsample, crop it, chuck that into a sampler, or a simpler rather. Actually, let's make it a sampler because then we can FM it and do all sorts of interesting things. And then we'll use that as the basis to do our subs. Where is my... Oh, here we go. I don't even know what key we're in, so I'm just going to do whatever. Right, so that's what we want the root note to be. So we want something that goes dun 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 like that. So it's a triplet basically, as far as I know. we can go in and... Oh no, it's not a triplet. What is that? It's a... whatever that is. Dun, dun, dun. Dun. That's the note we want. Dun. Wait, that's not correct either. Where? Oh, it is a triplet. Is it? Yeah. Dun. That's correct. So I wonder if we can, because the thing is, this is being generated by the arpeggiator within Zebra, so I don't think that we can actually apply that. What we could do though is we could take the melody from this clip, and then that might give us some sort of idea on where to start. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's kind of something. It's at least somewhat the rhythm. So let's just take it from here and then remove this and try and get it as close as we can using what we have. And this is just all going to be 100% velocity. Dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Sounds good. Dun. Dun. What's this one? No. That's basically not a note. It's kind of like a tonality. Dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun. Alright, so alright, that sounds pretty good. So just to make the sub a bit more audible, I'm going to FM it. And then we can obviously move these around as needed. So the sub's not quite right, I think. So maybe it should just be like, what that sounds like to me is just one triplet, two triplet, like dun, dun, dun. It's not quite that. It's like it's slightly off, isn't it? Yeah, like that is definitely off, I think. Yeah, no, I don't think. I know for sure. I could see it. So we basically just want to move these notes, I think, around until they're hitting pretty much exactly where they need to be. And they're only the length that they need to be too, because otherwise I think this is just going to sound super messy. Alright, so let's just go make sure all these are hitting where they should. I think that that does need a note. Okay, let's create that note somewhere. That's it. Alright, and then that needs to start with the marker. No? I'm going to start calling all my markers Mark Wahlberg. Alright, move the Mark Wahlberg. Okay, it sounds rushed when it goes to the next one, when it starts like the next repetition, so we might need to fuck with some edits to fix that. That sounds good. I think it's the drums that are making it sound rushed. So what if we have, let's see how it sounds with the, like as a drop, after John's stuff. Yeah, sounds good. Sort of. It needs work, obviously, but I think if we kind of if we fuck with these drums a bit, we can make it sound cool. So it could be cool actually to look at the audio from this main clip that's holding the rhythm at this point and just make sure that our drums are somewhat congruent with that. So another thing that I might do actually is unwarp this clip and then move this out and then just drag through until we find some nice bits that we like. Dude, this is seriously... My computer is not having a good day. I really need to restart, I think. Damn, yeah, look at this shit. It's just not dealing with it at all. Okay, so what if we... warp this to triplets and then put it on that beats mode so it can be cut really tight. Seriously, computer, fuck you. I hate you, fucking piece of shit. Maybe I need a new computer. Maybe, I don't know. Fucking who knows. People always ask me, they're like, "Oh man, how do you fucking do all the things? Like, what's your computer specs?" Trust me, just don't even worry about my computer specs. This shit. Like, I'm literally running like, what, 10 channels of audio right now? 13 channels? Like, just to try things is taking me so long. Alright, so what if we convert the drums to the MIDI from this just to get the rhythm out of it? Oh, it's not... hold on. There's probably a better way to do this. That sounds so fucked. Oh, that just gave me an idea though. Maybe we could do like a Hudson Mohawk style thing with this. Here, actually, yeah, I got a sick idea. Let's do this. Like a Hudson Mohawk Thunder Bay type vibe. So let's go create these warp markers here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna scratch KJ's drums here, honestly, just because it's not really doing it for me, and I think we really should go from that sort of like live drummy vibe to just something totally heavy and sick. Not that the intro is not sick also, it's also sick, but... So in that case, I'll rewrite the beat a little bit to facilitate this feeling a bit more. Pretty much could just be like the simplest beat ever, actually. And then we just need to fill it out with you'll see what you'll see. Cool. Let's call this triplet bass, and then let's call this Moog sub. Moog subbin. No, just Moog sub will do. And then we're going to move this up near the other basses, color them cream, so we have some sort of control going here with things. So what was I going to do? Yeah, let's fuck with this patch a bit. That'll be fun. So we could mess with like the pitch. Damn, that sounds sick. Yeah, it could be cool to do a bunch of iterations of this and then sort of have them turn on and off at different points in time, you know? So this could be like the second iteration or something like that. So we repeat the first one. Let's call this triplet bass low and then maybe triplet bass high, something like that. So we got something like this now. Actually, probably would want to repeat this for 2 and then repeat this for 2. Okay, so the next thing that I need to do is I need to find the shittest horn sample I can find. It's close. It's pretty close. And then we just need to take one big stab and then pitch that into key. So no, I think just a semitone down will be fine. Yeah, definitely. Alright, so we need to multi-band compress the shit out of the highs. And then we also need to Pro Q2 this shit so there's no lows in it. Okay, so what do we do now? Take this MIDI from the sub and we want to apply this to the horn. So that would mean dropping the horn in here. Swaggy. We need to obviously fix this though, because it sounds bad. Oh, it could be cool actually just to have something like that too. And then really low ones. Yeah, let's go -12. Oh, and then what was it that we were going to do before we extracted the drums to a new MIDI track from the triplet bass thing. So for the fill, before the next rotation, maybe we could have that, you know? So it's like this. Yeah, ballin'. This is so shit, but I love it. Drum to MIDI, I guess we'll just call that. It's fine. And then we'll try and maybe rewrite the beat a little bit so it doesn't suck so much. But I kind of want it to be loose and fucked up also. Let's see. Yeah, let's freeze and flatten this one because we want to actually mess with that a little bit. No, it actually just fucking sucks. Maybe we could just have the kicks on the... Yeah, that could be cool actually. Just have the kicks where the horns are. Like that. It's a bit of a weird melody, isn't it? I don't know if the... Maybe I just fucked up the sub melody. Is that what's going on here? Let's apply this to something that has more harmonics just so I can tell if I've messed up the sub melody. And if I have, I bet you guys have just been yelling at your screen for the last 10 minutes being like, Bill, you fuck, the sub's wrong. Yeah, it was wrong. Fuck. I think that's right now. Yeah, actually, let's get rid of all of these. And pitch these down one. So we just want these on the 1 again, I think. And then then I think we want to introduce this horn melody basically from the start maybe. So what if we pitch this down? Sounding pretty swaggy. And then obviously these need to be, where is it? Here we go. So we want the sub definitely needs to be sidechained. And the horn needs to be double sidechained. And it also needs some serious attention with EQing. Horn step. It's all the rage these days, I feel like. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we kind of want to cut everything, I think, there, and then just have this like one iteration of the horn or something before it. Maybe not the horn, actually. Maybe the bass instead. Something in the horn. Yeah, because I guess the horn is just there to sort of pack up the bass a bit, isn't it? So EQ8. No, let's use Pro Q. Fuck it. Okay, so we want to filter this right up. I don't, this thing, I feel like it should be at the start, because it's like a greetings, you know? I think that works better. It probably needs a little bit of EQing. What if we just do some simple filtering? I could just do the trick. And then reverb. We need to reverb it out a little bit, like so. So that adds like a bunch of noise over the top, which makes the John stuff sound more epic, which is good. So I don't like how the horn comes in straight away. Sounds a bit weird. Yeah, and then it sounds like it lacks highs when it comes in, which basically tells me that we need a hi-hat. So maybe if KJ just has hi-hats. Well, he actually had multi-tracks and I got rid of them, but I can't be bothered going back, so... Plus, I also think they just sound too live for what I'm trying to do. So maybe I'll just actually use some hi-hats. God damn. Hi-hat, here we go. So let's just have these sort of happening on the ones and twos. Or the Oh, that could be cool. Yeah, let's use some like electronic break player or something, and then obviously EQ it and mess with it a bit. So let's put a sidechain on here. So yeah, I think right now it's just about getting the groove right with the drums. Because it's like a... It's like all staggered and shit. Probably looking at this as a good reference, you know, to see where the hi-hats should go. And actually, it could even be cool just to move all this shit off too. Dude, that's super fucking weird, but I like it. Oh fuck, we did a tempo automation by accidentally hitting the master thing on the clip. Yeah, let's get rid of that for sure. Definitely don't need that. And actually, no, look, I want to do it with integrity, so I want to do it with KJ's drums now. If I just use a break, then I feel like that has less integrity to it than KJ's stuff. Just because, you know, KJ did them. feels more like homegrown, I guess. What if we, I just want to test something real quick. What if we just put Slink's extremely indulgent solo over this? Yeah, it could probably work. Just need some editing and stuff. So let's get the beat going though, because we need to actually get something tidy and finished today. So we've been working for an hour. I'm going to keep working until this is done. I'm not going to cut myself off there or have any stupid restrictions. Right, so I'm going to unwarp all of these and I'm just going to cut them by hand because YOLO. So the release time or the is kind of, it's throwing off the timing basically. That sounds better with less threshold, I think. Okay, so we probably want to have some sort of like ghost chip or ghost cook. Oh, that sounds really cool with the like the two drums here, and then it hits the kick. So it's like it's like a roll. Nice, I like that how it rolls now. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, let's just keep this drum, or this snare rather, on the actual beat. And then let's pull this transient back a little bit. So actually, if we just duplicate that rhythm over and over again, and then add some variations to it here and there, that might be okay. Let's just test it. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. So I have another idea. If we just consolidate these drums, well actually let's just consolidate like one rotation of them so it's less work basically. Because I'd just be repeating the same task anyway. And then kind of just shaping the dynamics a bit with these volume, the volume clip thing. Dude, this is seriously fucking wigging me out. The speed of my computer today is disgustingly bad. Fuck this, man. I wonder what it is. Like, it never runs this fucking bad. Like, I think it's because this project file has maybe just touched so many people's computers now that it's just, it has AIDS. This project file just has Ableton AIDS. Like, what have we got here? We don't have that many unused files. There's a lot of fucking media files, which I don't really think I need. So I'm just going to have to kind of do this really systematically because I can't really hear shit in real time. It's fucking annoying. Yeah, it's I can't be bothered fucking with it because it's just annoying me so much. So what I'm going to do is just throw Corpus on this. And then take the... Oh, you can only take MIDI, right? Or what if I do this? What if I put the vocoder on and then take the input from the bass? Oh, actually, let's group these triplet basses just in case we decide to take it from both of those at the same time. So when it changes channels, it still is taking the input from there. Yeah, that's cool. So for some reason, take it pre-effects, post mixer. So I guess unless we're listening to that too, sort of annoying. I wish I could just hear it on its own. I thought you could do that. What the fuck is wrong with this? Dude, everything on my computer is just fucked right now. Alright, fuck me, man. I don't know what to do. Let's go drums vocoder. Drums, let's record it in real time just to see what we have. So this is what we have. That's fucking cool, man. I really like it. I wish I could hear it and fuck with it in real time. I'm gonna try to as much as possible. Shit, man. What is it? What is it? If I take it... Oh, okay, so you can't take it from a group? Like, what? So that must be the problem. Okay. Shit. So what I'm gonna do... triplet bass bus. I'm gonna make a bus for it. And then I'm going to send both of these channels to the bus and then make that the input and then color these, I don't know, all green or something just so we can see the separation of those buses, the busing in there. And then we're going to take the input here from triplet bass bus and see if that works. No. So I can only do it if I... That's so fucking stupid. Okay, alright, so let's send these to the master and then triplet basses, because it doesn't really matter. I have to put two vocoders on anyway. So this could add some like really nice texture. In which case I might actually get rid of these. Yeah, I don't know if I like the form and shifting actually. I kind of like it just static. Yeah, that sounds cool. Drums vocoded, and then I think what could be cool is if we like pitched it down and stuff. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. Let's get rid of the vocoder and then just maybe mute these drums for now. And then, yeah, if we pitch these down, we might get some nice big grainy type hits. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, actually, this could be a rhythmic thing too, you know? Yeah, I'm going to put that in just to make it all sloppy on the second rotation. And we're going to filter delay this so it's all crazy. And there's some highs again that are sizzling my fucking head off. Sounds good. And then let's slow cut this shit. Okay, that's sounding completely out of context. What is reverberating? Oh, it's this, okay. Yeah, maybe let's turn that reverb off after this first section then. Yeah, that works. Oh, this could be cool too, just to have like some little tastes of the horn in there at this point. Yeah, that's cool. So actually, I think I just want to turn this up. Sounds good, loud, kinda. Just doesn't sound good every time is the only thing. So maybe it just needs a tiny bit of reverb or something, so it's... Yeah, something like that. Okay, let's go hi-hats. Maybe we don't need the horns on the ones. Yeah, it actually sounds okay without these horns on the ones. So we definitely need a hi-hat though. That's definite. So let's just... Hip-hop hi-hats. I don't know about those actually. What makes them hip-hop? These are fucking brutal. Yeah, let's use these ones and just do them like... You know what? I think I can just even have this every single rotation. Sorry, not every rotation. What am I talking about? It's not even a fucking term. Every half note, whatever. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. It's like some weird, stupid ass groove. Okay, so let's cut a lot of this stuff out. And then use the vocoder to add the highs back in so they don't sound shitty. And then we could probably put another EQ after it, boosting the highs when they sound a bit more clean. So maybe actually we should move this to be with the snare. And then move this one to be with the kick, just so it sounds a little bit more uniform. Yeah, it actually sounds way better. Okay, and then I think if we duplicate this hi-hat channel, delete all the hi-hats from this channel but have the same processing, and then go back to our hi-hat search. What have we got? We just find... Sounds good. So let's try and groove this out a bit more. Super weird. let's just have these on the ends like that. Sounds cool. I think we need noise on the one too, maybe. So let's see what we have here in the way of noise. Yeah, that'll probably work. Get rid of these, and then I think on the last hit we just need like a long 808. Let's see what we got in the way of that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's do that. Fuck. Okay, so that sounds pretty cool. 808 bass, I guess we'll call that. Okay, maybe, yeah, I don't like how that delayed out, so, oh, sorry, not delayed out, but I just don't like the end of the clip as much as I like the start of it, so maybe we'll put a grain delay on this. Yeah, that sounds sick. Alright, so let's freeze and flatten this. So we have that tail to work with now, which is an interesting sound. Nice, nice. Okay, so let's just have that like this, and then maybe pitch this down so it's just kind of like a tension riser sort of thing. I don't think we need that at all. It sounds good. Actually, we could put the 808s and the horns together and sort of have them play the same thing. That could be interesting. we just put that one there, just for good measure. That's nice, actually. Fun times. So the start of this sounds a little strange to me. So let's just duplicate all of these. So it's just a semitone lower than the first hit. Alright, that should be a bit cleaner now. Sounding cool. I think this, it needs to be like in a serious space is the only thing, and I mean like a serious space, like serious. Not quite that serious. Like that sort of shit though. Like a serious space. Alright, let's go alloy 2 and just compress that a little bit. So it's in a serious space. It's a little too serious. I'm gonna put this horn shit in this triplet basses thing too, actually, just so. Just so they're like in that same space as well. This needs to be... It's just not timbrally correct. And usually when something's not timbrally correct, I distort it. Let's try something. Holy shit. Nah, that's not right. Could be. No. Nope. Okay, percussive maybe? There's no delay. I feel like it's a little bit too reverby. Maybe that reverb stuff would be good for like everything in the intro and to the build, and then it should like get dry maybe. like so. Yeah, that sounds cool. So after this kind of, don't know what happens, and I don't know where Julian's chords went. Like, I think he made them with Serum, and then the Serum didn't work on my computer or something. So, too bad they didn't make it here. Oh, speaking of Julian, he sent me a sample pack that he wanted me to check out. So, where is that? It's in my downloads folder. Alley, Creek, and Railway. What is in the Railway stuff? Okay, let's add this as a place just so we're not having a tab out all the time. Alright, let's add that as a place. Let's see what there is. That's pretty cool. Damn. Pretty nice sounds. Creek. Nice. Oh, that's probably where the water textures came from. They're probably his. Nice, yeah, they sound like decent recordings. Part of me wants to put these in here. Nah. I'm gonna go like John Heavy or something like that. Then we're gonna put this into a new channel. Pro Q2, clean it up a bit and make sure that it sounds super not heavy. By what I mean by heavy is like in a more aggressive tone. And maybe that's what we can have on the one to kind of take place of what was originally the horn on the one. And then maybe just make it super short. Man, these fucking headphones, they start to like hurt the top of my head at some point because they're just so damn heavy. Look at the size of these things. They're made out of like metal or something. But it's better to use them for tutorials, right? Because then you guys can't hear my speakers. Okay, so if we wanted to have a second one anywhere, it would probably be on this beat. That sounds cool. Nice, John Heavy intro. Let's make these blue. Let's just try the Ableton Overdrive. I love that we've just all caps raged the entire session. Yeah, that sounds cool. What have we put it on? Yeah, that's nice. Okay, and then we're gonna sidechain compress. Doesn't need to be that loud. Okay, so here I want like an 808 hat to just start going fucking nuts. close enough. Yeah, let's get that 808 business just going stupid. It's just dumb. Like, what even is this fucking rhythm? It's just so stupid. But yeah, cool. Pro Q2 that shit too. Make sure there's no... Yeah, I can clean that up a little bit. Let's have it cut where that snare happens. No, actually, let's just never have it cut. Actually, we probably wanted to cut right there. Okay, and then here I'm gonna have everything play except for the drums. No, that's not true. That's not what I'm gonna do at all. I'm gonna cut all the hi-hats out. And then we're just gonna remove everything except the basses, even all the filler, like the horns and everything. Maybe this is where it goes into the serious space. Yeah, that's cool. And then we could maybe even change the snare in this section, like make it longer, like it was originally intended to be. Oh shit, I think I fucked up. Hold on. No, we're good. Alright, yeah, like that. And then like this and this. And then we just copy all these over to here. Yeah. And then maybe we could have this frequency shift to pitch up or something like that. And then maybe we could use some of Julian's stuff. Where are those metal things that he had? The metal hits. No, the wiretaps, yeah. These are cool. Yeah, nice. That would actually work really well. So, something that I never really do because it's dirty. But I will come and get these metal taps and put them in a drum rack. And then what I'm going to do is take this MIDI here and scale it into a range where it's actually hitting those samples. That sounds fucking cool, man. So let's go Pro Q2, cut all the lows here again. Probably not that brutally. And then we probably want to maybe make these shorter. Oh, actually, I guess that doesn't matter if it's just on one shot mode or whatever. Well, fuck it. Let's just make them legato then. And then turn it on to classic mode. Oh, you can't do it all at once. Oh, that's annoying. Oh well, screw it. What if we like, hold on, I need to drink some water. What if we invert these? Fuck, man, I've been been talking too much today. Sounds really cool. Do I still have the synth? I don't think I have the synth patch anymore that I made that with. Well, luckily I recorded it on video in case I ever want it. But I doubt I'll need it. But it would be cool, I was thinking, to make slightly different iterations of the patch every time. We use a different part. We need to figure out a way to get back into this. Oh, what if we put the synth here? We could just loop a section of one of these. Let's just take that and just loop it over the top of this, maybe. I'm gonna let Slink figure that one out. So anyway, this is what we got now. Little different, little more evolved. It's completely different. It has a drop now, which is something I didn't have before, really. Cool, yeah, it's sounding pretty cool. Yeah, actually what might be cooler is if, because we have these like spatial versions of the low and the high and then the dry versions of the low and the high. So what could actually be cool, let's take the, what do you call that fucking thing? The envelope locker. Let's take the envelope locker off. So yeah, let's copy this over here. And then maybe we could have both iterations of the high versions and then both iterations of the low versions. Like this, you know. I don't know. I like the way that the first section progressed more before. where it went from like the low version to the high version with the hi-hat all dry, but then I also kind of liked it the other way too, so I don't know, I'll let someone else make that call, I guess. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys stay engaged and interested with what we're doing with the Collab Alliance. I was not really excited about it anymore until yesterday when we had this Skype call, and actually the video will be up by this point. What the fuck am I talking about? So yeah, the Skype call that we had, and then I was all like, oh, I'm kind of excited about it again. So hopefully it's all cool from now on, and we can just like get this song finished and then do like, I think we're going to do a second season and hopefully we're going to get some different people in and make it more epic. But yeah, we really want to just speed round this week out and just get this tune cranking. So I think between there's fucking 7 of us, we should be able to finish this shit in like 3 days. But you know, producers like herding cats, I guess. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't, I would not imagine you would still be here if you didn't. So hopefully that's not a thing. But yeah, anyway, cheers. Have a good day.